afternoon, softball fans, and welcome to Schaefer Park, home of the Lady Buffs, as West Texas A&M welcomes Texas A&M-Kingsville to Canyon, Texas today for a Lone Star Conference battle. I'm Lucas Kinsey, and glad to have you alongside here on the broadcast. Thunder Vision production team bringing you this broadcast today. The director for the broadcast today will be Kylie Miller, and for West Texas A&M, Lady Buffs and Kingsville both really coming into this game today with some momentum. The Lady Buffs certainly with a lot of momentum, riding a 5-game win streak. West Texas A&M, if you go back, since they dropped a series at UT Tyler back at the beginning of March 4th, WT has won 11 of its last 12 games. That one loss just to Oklahoma Christian and a one-run loss. They have a 5-game win streak. Currently, right now, the Lady Buffs do, after they swept Eastern New Mexico earlier in the week. Tuesday, Wednesday series against the Greyhounds, and the Lady Buffs won those games 6-4, 13-3, and 13-5 as the Bats really came alive in Games 2 and in Game 3 as well. Kingsville mentioned they have been playing well, and they have 14-15 overall record for the Javelinas, but they beat Angelo State earlier this week, the midweek series, in 2 games, 11-3, 1-0, and then they lost Game 3. So they went 2-1 against the Rambells. They lost that last one just by 1 run, playing very good softball for the interim head coach Orlando Salinas, as he took over at the beginning of the season for Texas A&M-Kingsville, a team that was picked preseason 3rd in the Lone Star Conference. And a slow start for Texas A&M-Kingsville this season, but they've started to play some good softball of late. They're going to need to play their best here this weekend against a red-hot Lady Buffs team, which is 26-4 on the season, 17-4 in conference play. And they come in with a national ranking of number 20. Head coach Michael Mook in his 4th season with West Texas A&M, and Coach Mook an overall record of 112-41, a national championship on the resume as well 2 seasons ago for Michael Mook and for his assistant coach Janelle Troutman. Lady Buffs expecting to see in the circle today Emily Boyer. She'll wear number 32 today, as the Lady Buffs, you can see them there in the home uniforms, the home white pinstripes, and Texas A&M Kingsville, the visiting team today, in their road gray jerseys, gray with blue numerals in the blue shirts underneath those tops, with the white pants. Looking at the Lone Star Conference standings right now, at the top is UT Tyler, 19-2 overall in the conference. They're taking on this weekend Oklahoma Christian. That ought to be an exciting series. Lady Buffs are in 2nd place in the conference at 17-4. Lubbock Christian and Oklahoma Christian tied for 3rd at a 17-7 mark. And then in 4th place right now is Cameron at 15-9, followed by St. Edwards, Angelo State, and then Texas A&M Kingsville. All right, we'll have our national anthem, and then we'll get things started here from Schaefer Park.
WT student athletes drink low-fat chocolate milk post-workout because it helps replenish and restore muscles quickly to their peak potential. Scientific studies suggest that the immediate benefits of low-fat chocolate milk include boosted performance, improved training, and higher recovery rates in athletes. Add low-fat chocolate milk to your post-workout routine.
Go Buffs!
The best tailgates start with the best beef, and the best beef starts with Market Street. Market Street, where we do beef the best.
Welcome back to Schaefer Park. Lucas Kinsey with you here on a nice Saturday afternoon. Weather pretty good as West Texas A&M and Texas A&M-Kingsville hook up. They'll play twice today, and then tomorrow finish out the 3-game series. Again, Emily Boyer will be in the circle first. We'll look at the batting lineup for Texas A&M-Kingsville. For the Javelinas, again, a record of 14 wins, 15 losses. And the Javelinas Javelina's batting lineup looking like this. Leading off will be center fielder Jory Cervantes. She is hitting a nice .410 percentage this season. Batting second will be left fielder Brianna Carr. Third is shortstop Kayla Gonzalez, whereas number 33. Batting cleanup number 34, Aaliyah Ortiz. In the 5 spot is right fielder Natalie Rodriguez. Batting sixth, designated player Madison Onofre. Batting seventh is second baseman Anissa Lechner. Batting eighth, Briley Bilger. And batting ninth, first baseman Sammy Sines. The pitcher in the circle to start for Kingsville in this first game of the series will be number 41, Beth Montes. For West Texas A&M defensively in the circle is Emily Boyer. Right-handed pitcher, ERA of 3.00. 8 wins, 2 losses this season for Emily. She has collected through 49 innings pitched, 48 strikeouts. Lady Buffs behind her defensively. The battery will feature, along with Emily Boyer behind the plate, Braylon Booth. Over at first base will be Megan Gerke. Second baseman will be Gabby McConnell. At shortstop, Madison Johnson. Over at third base, Diana Murtha. Outfield from left to right, Rufus. Out in the left field, center field, Ruby Salzman. And in right field, Julie Guzman. We're ready for softball here from Schaefer Park. Glad to have you with us. And the first pitch from Boyer on the outside part of the plate just misses for ball 1. Again, the first batter here, Jory Cervantes, a .410 hitter. Cervantes out of Pflugerville, Texas, a senior. That one misses as well, so it's 2 balls, no strikes early here to Cervantes. 944 OPS, 480 slugging percentage. She's got 41 hits this year, including 5 doubles. That one's in for a strike there for Emily Boyer. We'll talk more about Boyer's offense. What a week she's already having. And she enjoyed that trip to Portales, crushing 4 home runs over that 3-game series. This one slapped over to shortstop. Easy play for Madison Johnson. The throw in time over at first base, and there's 1 away. As the leadoff batter is retired, and it'll bring up Brianna Carr, wearing number 3, another left-handed hitter here for Kingsville, .329 hitter. Carr, local product from Kingsville, and she's a junior. Boyer's pitch misses outside, ball 1. Last year, Carr played in 44 games. Made 6 starts last year, so she's improved from last season here to 2023. That pitch from Boyer missed upstairs, so 2 balls, no strikes early in the count here to Carr. And the other games going on today across the conference, mentioned Oklahoma Christian at UT Tyler. We'll keep an eye on that one. St. Edwards is on the road at Lubbock Christian. Western New Mexico at Cameron. Eastern New Mexico battling in Odessa against UT Permian Basin. And St. Mary's is at Angelo State. There's a pitch in for a strike from Emily Boyer. Count runs to 2 balls and 1 strike. Texas Women's is at Midwestern State. And as you get in late March and you start to move into April, these conference matchups so important as everyone is positioning themselves hopefully into the Lone Star Conference tournament, and for a lot of these teams in hopes of a regional appearance. and postseason play. The top 25 poll out this week. UT Tyler sits at number 4 in the country. Lubbock Christian at number 11. West Texas A&M, mentioned they're number 20. And Oklahoma Christian just looking outside receiving votes. So it's been that way all season long. The LSC softball teams, every game you're going to get stiff competition. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. The pitch to Brianna Carr. Nicely hit over to shortstop. Throw off the turf is dug from Megan Gerke for out number 2. What a fantastic play over at first base by Megan Gerke to snag that ball, and give credit to Johnson for the throw.
Shortstop number 33.
Just the perfect trajectory there on that skip off the turf in for a second out. So that'll bring up for Texas A&M-Kingsville number 33, Kayla Gonzalez. Junior out of San Antonio. And on the season, a .382 hitter. Kingsville has some talented offensive players, good weapons when they step up into the box. .652 slugging percentage for Gonzalez on the year. 34 hits, 4 home runs. That one is caught from Guzman out in right field. Thought it was going to get down, and Julie Guzman had other plans. Comes up and makes a nice catch for the 3rd out. Lady Buffs, nice defense behind Boyer's pitching. And for West Texas A&M, no hits, no runs, no errors. And they'll go to the bottom of the 1st inning, no score. We're back with the Lady Buffs up to hit after these messages on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
WT student athletes drink low-fat chocolate milk post-workout because it helps replenish and restore muscles quickly to their peak potential. Scientific studies suggest that the immediate benefits of low-fat chocolate milk include boosted performance, improved training, and higher recovery rates in athletes. Add low-fat chocolate milk to your post-workout routine.
Go Buffs!
The best tailgates start with the best beef, and the best beef starts with Market Street. Market Street, where we do beef the best.
Welcome back to Schaefer Park. Lady Buffs, awesome defense to start this game. As a couple of good defensive plays, one of them from Madison Johnson and Megan Gerke on a throw out from shortstop to first. And then the 3rd out, Kayla Gonzalez hit one that looked like it was going to get down for a single. Julie Guzman racing up and making a diving catch. So no runs get on the board for the Javelinas and the Lady Buffs. As we look at their batting lineup here, it'll be Gabby McConnell to lead things off, and she gets a bunt attempt that drifts foul. There's a look at West Texas A&M today. We'll start with McConnell, followed by Salzman, Boyer. Diana Murtha will bat cleanup. Madison Johnson in the 5 spot, followed by Gerke, Guzman, Braylon Booth batting 8th, and Brittany Rufus batting 9th. Again, freshman Gabby McConnell in the box right now on the season. A .287 hitter. And she watches that one all the way into the glove, just outside for ball 1. The pitcher, number 41, Beth Montes, with some gas upstairs there. Throws that one past McConnell, and she's ahead in the count now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Montes, outstanding pitcher for Kingsville, an ERA of under 2. It's at 1.90 on the season. She's thrown 62 strikeouts, has walked 30 batters, has only allowed 3 home runs all year. 8 wins, 6 losses, charged to number 41, also out of San Antonio, high school player at MacArthur. McConnell pokes this ball out into shallow center field, base hit. Nobody could get to that ball and kind of off the end of the bat, but for McConnell, right where she wanted it. Leadoff batter on for West Texas A&M. Look at this one again. Squared up to bunt, pulls back. And again, doesn't always have to be about power. Get on base, and that'll leave the next player pretty good hitter, Ruby Salzman. Not too shabby. Number 7, Salzman on the season, hitting .412. 42 hits for Ruby. Of those 42, amazing 13 home runs. She continues to climb up the charts on the all-time Lady Buff record charts, and that one slapped out into left field for another single. Back-to-back singles for West Texas A&M. Salzman reaches first. McConnell moves over to second. And if you're Kingsville, now you're facing the hottest batter in the conference, maybe in the country this week, Emily Boyer. Again, earlier this week against Eastern New Mexico, hit 3 home runs in one game. Followed that performance up with the doubleheader, the second game against the Greyhounds. She hit a grand slam. So Boyer on the season has 11 home runs, 32 hits, with an on-base percentage of .450. Good pitch in there from Montes, 0-1, and that's another good pitch in for a strike. Ahead in the count. That's the way to come after the batter if you're Beth Montes. And now catcher Briley Bilger will come out, visit with her pitcher. Bilger, freshman from Surprise, Arizona. Play a lot of good softball out in Surprise. We've seen several players this season on different teams from that area. Boyer behind in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Kingsville trying to collect a first out. Here in the bottom of the first inning, no score. Boyer a little late on the swing and fouls that one off. Going back to the home run chart, coming into this game today, Ruby Salzman in 4th place. All-time home runs with 60. Here's a pitch from Montes to Boyer, low for ball 1. Montes will take her time, get the sign, the pitch. This one rocketed back into center field. Boyer is going to score 1 run. Salzman slides in over at third, and Boyer with the RBI double. Way to bounce back there, the freshman hitter for West Texas A&M. Got behind in the count, 0-2, comes back and delivers. McConnell easily scores. And now a great opportunity here for Diana Murtha with still no outs. Lady Buffs starting hot here in game 1 against Kingsville, leading 1-0. Salzman on third, Boyer on second. And Murtha calls for time. Diana Murtha, .356 hitter. 20 RBI this year for West Texas A&M, 6 home runs. And the pitch from Montes inside. Kingsville this season, Texas A&M Kingsville 6-6 at home, 6-5 away, and then neutral games 2-4 record. Murtha watches that ball in for a called strike, evening count at 1-1. After the slow start at the beginning of the season, Kingsville won 6 conference games in a row before dropping one at Texas A&M International. Then they bounced back and won 3 straight, including a win over Lubbock Christian. That ball in for strike 2. Buff Nation crowd disagreed with the call, but nonetheless, count runs 1 and 2 to Diana Murtha. Murtha thought about chasing that ball, stayed off, and the count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. For Montez, a junior, last year all LSC second-team pitcher, made 18 starts and had the second best ERA in the conference last year at 1.8. Murtha turns on that ball, fouls it down the third baseline. Already up 1-0. WT looking for more. Murtha will hit that one over to the shortstop. And Boyer, did she get out of the base path? In a pickle here. And she'll be tagged out. Lady Buffs do score runs. Salzman crosses home plate. Murtha safe over at first base. But for Kingsville, pretty good play over there made by Kayla Gonzalez to stop and get that lead runner out. Look at the replay again. A lot of players are just going to turn and flip that ball over to first, but she kind of pump fakes it and ends up getting Boyer. So there's 1 away. Nice out there for Kingsville, but WT scores another run, 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. Glad to have you with us here from Schaefer Park on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network. Wherever you're watching this game from. We'll have a pinch runner coming in to run for WT. It'll be Malaya Delphine, junior from San Diego. And next up to bat for West Texas A&M, the shortstop, Madison Johnson. Madison this year hitting .253, 24 hits. She'll watch that pitch on the outside part of the plate for a strike. Good pitch from Montez. 2 earned runs allowed for Montez so far in the inning. This will be her 19th pitch here. Johnson slaps it over to the shortstop. Easy double play, nicely done. Gonzalez comes over, takes it herself, steps on the bag. And that is how Kingsville gets out of the inning. Nice play defensively, but not before West Texas A&M scores 2 runs. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors defensively, and it's a 2-0 lead for West Texas A&M. When we come back, Aaliyah Ortiz, Natalie Rodriguez, and Madison Onofre up to bat for the Javelinas.
Bud Light, proudly brewed
in the heart of Texas.
We are Carpet Tech, and we are family. More than carpet cleaners, we're a team. Diving right in, not afraid to invest in our work and each other. We're killing it day in and day out, never shrinking from a challenge. Our people are 1 part passion, 1 part grit, and about a zillion parts awesome. And we are always looking to add to our family. So what are you waiting for?
Lady Buffs put 2 runs on the board in the bottom of the first inning, so they lead it as we head to the top of the second. The all-time series Lady Buffs lead it 35 wins, 19 losses. Interestingly, here at Schaefer Park, it's very close, 15-14 the series. Underneath the direction of head coach Michael Mook, though, Lady Buffs perfect 6-0 against Texas A&M-Kingsville. For the Javelinas to start things off, number 34, Aaliyah Ortiz, 273 hitter. She'll watch that first pitch drop in for a strike from pitcher Emily Boyer. Another good pitch inside part of the plate. That one would have been tough for Ortiz, really crowding the plate there. And Boyer, tough spot to put that ball. It's exactly what she did. So she's ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Ortiz on the season, 24 hits, 8 strikeouts, also 3 home runs for the junior out of San Antonio. A little meeting in the circle here for West Texas A&M. Lady Buffs playing Kingsville this weekend, and then they head on the road next Friday and Saturday. They'll head to San Antonio, take on St. Mary's. 2 games on Friday, 1 game on Saturday, April 1st. Then you really get down to the nitty-gritty. That's the final home stretch, if you will, with Lady Buffs hosting Western New Mexico, going at St. Edwards, hosting International at LCU, and then final series of the regular season at the end of April against Cameron. This pitch from Boyer skips the turf, ball 1. Mentioned the all-time series when the Lady Buffs played Kingsville in 2021. They played them in the LSC tournament and in the NCAA tournament as well. And the inside, the pitch fouled back out of play. Dunk. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Looking at these 2 teams offensively, Lady Buffs coming into today a team batting average of 321. Kingsville 268. The pitching, Lady Buffs ERA of 1.99. Kingsville a team ERA of 3.43. Ortiz, third baseman for Kingsville, watches that ball drift out of the zone, ball 2. Javelinas looking for their first base runner of the game. Made good contact in the first inning, but 2 really nice defensive plays from West Texas A&M prevented the Javelinas from having any base runners reach. The pitch inside and fouled away. Battling at in the box right now is Ortiz, and she hits one. Crushes that ball right back up the middle. Salzman has to race out deep right center field to track it down, and the Javelinas have that runner on base now. Good patience, and in the end, some power shown by Aaliyah Ortiz, the junior.
Number 15, Natalie Rodriguez.
Gets the leadoff single here in the top of the second inning for Texas A&M-Kingsville, and that brings up the next batter, number 15, Rodriguez, right fielder for Texas A&M-Kingsville. Infield playing up, ball slapped up the middle, and it gets through. Good hustle from Johnson and from McConnell, but neither player able to snag that ball, and as a result, it's back-to-back singles for the Javelinas And a great offensive start in the top of the second. That was not for a lack of trying.
The DP number 13, Madison Onofre.
So a good opportunity here for number 13, Madison Onofre. Grad senior from Mesa, Arizona. And a .245 hitter this season. Boyer's first pitch low and inside, ball one. Boyer, off-speed pitch, and it's in for a strike. Mentioned the softball action in the conference, a final from earlier today in Lubbock as LCU defeats St. Edwards 7-1. Eastern New Mexico leads in the top of the seventh at UTPB 5-1. No score yet between Oklahoma Christian and UT Tyler. Good pitch in for strike two from Boyer there. Bottom of the fifth inning, Angelo State leads over St. Mary's in a close one, 2-0. And in game two, going on right now at LCU, Lady Shaps 4-0 lead over St. Edwards. All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes, still no outs. Onofre, see if she can keep this going for Texas A&M-Kingsville. They trail 2-0. Trying to battle back. That pitch fouled off. Boyer's pitch count now at 20. She'd love to get her first strikeout here. Onofre hits it down the line. Gerke out. Runner at second, out. Megan Gerke doing work over at first base today.
There's a Midwest compressor system.
Look at this one. I mean, it was a hard hit. No doubt here from Onofre, but Gerke on it. Steps on the bag. Throw was perfect. Tag on the money. And now 2 outs. Kingsville still with a chance because the runner reaches over to third. That's Aaliyah Ortiz. They'll see if Anissa Lechner can bring her in. Fouls the first pitch back. If you're Emily Boyer, that is, can't ask for anything else than from what she has gotten today from her defense behind her. It's already 2 really nice plays from Megan Gerke over at first base. Ruby Guzman made a really nice catch out in right field. Boyer will step off the rubber and everybody will take a breath, get ready for this 0-1 delivery. 2 outs, runner on third base for Texas A&M-Kingsville. Javelinas trail 2-0. Lechner will watch the fastball inside for strike 2. That ball had some movement on it, and a good eye from Lechner to watch it low for ball one. Lechner this season, a 189 hitter, right-handed batter. She's out of McKinney, Texas, McKinney Boyd High School product. With runners in scoring position this season, hitting 125. She has 7 hits. She'd love to get an 8th. She's going to pop it up and out of play. So it just barely hit the net. Fans still starting to get out into the bleachers here at Schaefer Park. Again, the weather this morning, it was a little chilly and wind was blowing about 25 miles an hour, but as the day has gone on, it's warmed up. Wind has died down a little bit. And as a result, we have good softball weather here in Canyon, Texas this afternoon. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Emily Boyer will deliver, and the pitch is low. So it'll run even, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Big spot here for Lechner with a base runner over on third. Aaliyah Ortiz. Ortiz started the inning off with a single to center. Natalie Rodriguez singled up the middle. Then the Lady Buffs got the double play. This ball hit out into right field. Guzman waves it off, says, I got this, and she does. Catch made for the 3rd out. Boyer battles back in the circle. Again, outstanding defense behind her and the Lady Buffs. We'll take a 2-0 lead into the bottom of the 2nd. You're watching softball action here from Schaefer Park on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Thank you, Legends Canyon. Some call it legendary. We call it living.
We're Carpet Tech, and we are family. More than carpet cleaners, we're a team. Diving right in, not afraid to invest in our work and each other. We're killing it day in and day out, never shrinking from a challenge. Our people are 1 part passion, 1 part grit, and about a zillion parts awesome. And we are always looking to add to our family. So what are you waiting for?
Delicious, refreshing, Pepsi.
We know that egg producers don't quit at 5 p.m. We don't quit until the job's done either. Bankers' hours don't apply at First United Bank because we believe egg lending isn't a 9-to-5 job. While you're out working the fields or managing the herd, we're making sure your money is working too. Whether it's for livestock, land, or equipment, we're one of the most dominant egg lenders in the state and have been burning the midnight oil since 1907. First United Bank. We know ag lending. We know ag.
West Texas A&M leads 2-0 as we move to the bottom of the 2nd inning. We'll have a pinch hitter here. Gabby Valforte will hit in place of Megan Gerke. Valforte, one of the veterans on this team, wearing number 9, junior out of Fort Worth. Watches Beth Montez's first pitch out of the zone for ball 1. Valforte, career a .321 hitter for West Texas A&M. That one's in, actually out of the zone, for ball 2. .321 in her career, 18 home runs for Valforte. As a Lady Buff this season, hitting .255 with 2 home runs. And she rockets that one out into left field past the third baseman. The line drive. Leadoff single there for Gabby.
Number 2, Julie Guzman.
We'll have a pinch runner. Look at this last one. Smashed down the line by Gabby Valforte. Gerke will come over and run for Valforte. Good teamwork there by the Lady Buffs. Gerke's been getting the job done over in the field at first baseman. Valforte comes on, hits, collects the single, and now Gerke will run. Here's Julie Guzman. Great season she's having, hitting .310 with 22 hits, 5 doubles, and 5 home runs. Gets underneath this ball, and coming up, playing the wind, making a nice catch for the first out for Texas A&M-Kingsville is Jory Cervantes. So there's one away. Guzman. One away, runner on first base. And Braylon Booth up next here for the Lady Buffs, the catcher, wearing number 4. Junior out of Wichita, Kansas. She'll take a hack at the first pitch. Foul, giving chase, but not able to get out there. Good hustle by the Javelinas. Booth this season, .286 batting average, .500 slugging percentage, 8 hits in 28 at-bats for Braylon. Rise ball. Booth transferred last season from Abilene Christian. Fooled on that off-speed pitch there. Montez, nicely done. She goes ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Braylon, an animal science major here at West Texas A&M. Multi-sport athlete, was a really good volleyball player back in high school. She's going to hit this one over to second base, trying to make the play, but not in time. Good hustle down the first base path. And Braylon Booth is on. We'll see how this one scored as second baseman tried to get over there and make the play, but Lechner, you see it there, she dives and then kind of just awkwardly the ball shuffles out of her hand, and by the time she turned to throw that ball over to first, it was too late. Michael Mook will come up, and we'll make another change here. We'll have another pinch runner. Booth will come out. Catcher will go to the dugout, start getting the catching gear on, and coming on to run is Heaven Moreno, the freshman from Randall High School out of Amarillo. Montez talking to her teammates. Tough one there for Montez. That last pitch, it's one that you'd like to see be collected as an out, just didn't work out away for the Javelinas. So that brings out to the circle Orlando Salinas, the interim head coach for the Javelinas, to talk to his infield. Right now still very much in this game at a 2-0 score. Bottom of the second. And Montez is going to stay out there. Lady Buffs with runners on first and second, 1 out. And up next, a tough out, Brittany Rufus, left fielder for the Lady Buffs, 388. How about that for your 9-hitter? A 388 average, on-base percentage of .423 with runners in scoring position, which is what she has right now. Miss Rufus, a 348 hitter. And she takes this pitch out to center field. What a catch by Jory Cervantes on her horse, tracking that ball down. Wow. Offense and defense on display there. The ball was hit hard from Rufus. Looked like it was going to get through the gap, but Cervantes said no. Great defensive play for Kingsville, and there's 2 outs. Montez turns back and points out to her center fielder saying thank you. So with 2 away and runners on first and second, back to the top of the order with freshman second baseman Gabby McConnell. McConnell, when she gets on base, leads the team with 12 stolen bases. Back in her first appearance in the first inning, got on with a single. Tries to bunt there and fouls it off. Right back to Montez, and she'll do the rest. Take care of the Lady Buffs there in that inning, West Texas A&M. No runs off of 2 hits. No errors defensively for Texas A&M-Kingsville, so the score stays at 2-0 West Texas A&M. We're back with the Javelinas up to the plate here in the top of the third from Schaefer Park.
Got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank, you first. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Schaefer Park here in Canyon, Texas. Lady Buffs and Texas A&M-Kingsville. The Javelinas in Game 1 of the 3-game weekend series. Lucas Kinsey with you, and glad to have you joining us on the broadcast. Thunder Vision production team. Beautiful day today, and we hope you're enjoying this as you're watching it. On the camera out working hard today, Duncan Noose, your director. Today is Kylie Miller, and Texas A&M Kingsville trying to get on the board here, trailing 2-0. In the last inning, they had some runners on base, had left a runner on third base stranded. So they've had some production, just not been able to bring runners across home plate. First pitch from Boyer in for a strike. Emily Boyer in the circle so far today through 2 innings. Has allowed 2 hits. Most importantly, though, for WT, no earned runs. It's really been the defense behind her that has helped out and done a great job. There's another good pitch that just missed. An off-speed pitch. They thought it. Home crowd wanted that one to be called a strike, but it'll even the count at 1-1. The batter number 5 for Texas A&M Kingsville, Briley Bilger. Freshman from Surprise, Arizona, the catcher, and she'll have a good eye there and watch that one outside for ball 2. Another pitch that misses, this time on the inside. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Bilger, she may be taking here, trying to reach off of a walk. Boyer has yet to walk a batter. Also looking for a first strikeout. Pitch from Boyer, fouled away. So the count has run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. From Emily Boyer to freshman catcher Briley Bilger. It's low, and Bilger will take her base. I don't know if she realized that was the 4th ball. So Bilger will walk down to first. First walk surrendered in the game from Boyer. And the Javelinas again with a leadoff runner on here. With the next batter up, Sammy Sines, also a freshman from Edinburgh, Texas.
First baseman number 21, Sammy Sines.
The bunt. Booth with a good throw comes up, and now the runner in trouble over at second, in between second and third. Bilger in the rundown. Lady Buffs are going to get her out. What a play. And the bases will be empty now. Outstanding job. We'll look at this one again. It starts with Booth coming up. Bare hand, throw down to first. And then quickly they get Bilger in the rundown. And there are 2 outs. Wow. It's kind of been the theme for West Texas A&M coming off of last season into this year, is they wanted the defense to improve. So far today, the defense has been solid, top-notch. That pitch missing, ball 1. To center fielder, Jory Cervantes. We've seen her make a couple of really nice plays defensively today. Cervantes offensively 0 for 1, and she'll be 0 for 2 because sticking a glove out and making that play was Emily Boyer for out number 3. Lady Buffs, again, defense on fire today. They lead 2-0 as we move to the bottom of the 3rd. You're watching West Texas A&M softball here on the LSC Digital Network.
Live where wide open roads lead to wide open spaces, where life is lived a different kind of way. We believe that generosity should always be given, but loyalty can only be earned. Community is sacred. Integrity is learned. We believe in going the extra mile, whether it's time to work or it's time to play. But most important, we believe in doing the right thing, always.
One West is the comprehensive fundraising campaign designed to fuel WT 125 from the Panhandle to the world. We will strengthen WT's impact for the Panhandle region and beyond through a historic, comprehensive campaign, raising $125 million by 2025. The campaign's 3 priorities: people, programs, and places. Now is the time to make a difference for current and future generations. One West.
Welcome back to Schaefer Park. Ruby Salzman will lead off for West Texas A&M here in the bottom of the 3rd. Talked about Salzman moving up the charts, sitting in 4th place on the WT home run list. She's also in the top 10 in runs scored. Here's another pitch hit high in the air, but camping underneath and making the catch for the out will be Brianna Carr. I was going to mention for Salzman, 4th in all-time hits, 5th in runs, 5th in doubles, 6th in RBI all-time for West Texas A&M. So a lot of records for Ruby Salzman that she is chasing down this season. That time got underneath the ball, though, popped it up, and there's 1 away. Emily Boyer will step up next year for West Texas A&M as Beth Montes really settled in, allowed the 2 runs in the bottom of the 1st to WT, but has done a nice job since that point. Boyer crushed a ball back in her first plate appearance in the first inning, a single right up the middle. Montez through 2.1 innings of work, has allowed 5 hits, 2 earned runs. Boyer, that one gets through past the shortstop out into left field for another single. Just a complete player. Emily Boyer can really do it all, pitching in the circle today for West Texas A&M. And, you know, talked about the home runs that she hit in Portales, but she can get on base. Just tracks that ball all the way to her bat. And now there's a runner on first with Diana Murtha. Up next for WT. Murtha, wow, to Montez, double play. Yes, ma'am, thank you. And the Javelinas out of the inning. What a play from Beth Montez. That happened very fast. So the Lady Buffs quickly out of the bottom of the third will come back, and Texas A&M-Kingsville will bring Carr, Gonzalez, and Ortiz to the plate.
Live where wide open roads lead to wide open spaces, where life is lived a different kind of way. We believe that generosity should always be given, but loyalty can only be earned. Community is sacred. Integrity is learned. We believe in going the extra mile, whether it's time to work or it's time to play. But most important, we believe in doing the right thing, always.
One West is the comprehensive fundraising campaign designed to fuel WT 125 from the Panhandle to the world. We will strengthen WT's impact for the Panhandle region and beyond through a historic, comprehensive campaign raising $125 million by 2025. The campaign's 3 priorities: people, programs, and places. Now is the time to make a difference for current and future generations. One West.
Well, we are seeing some fantastic defense today. Really, both teams flashing the leather throughout this one. Texas A&M-Kingsville doing it in the bottom of the third as a nice double play was turned thanks to Beth Montez. Ball from Murtha hit right back at her face and just got the glove up, made the quick play, threw it back to first base. And Boyer, a couple steps off the bag, obviously, off that ball off Murtha's bat, and so doubled her up at first. And Texas A&M-Kingsville now trying to get some offense, trailing just by 2 runs. Into the plate first here in the top of the 4th is number 3 left fielder Brianna Carr. Boyer's pitch missed outside, ball 1. That one's in for a strike. Carr grounded out to third base in her first plate appearance. Takes a slap at that ball and fouls it away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. From Boyer to Brianna Carr. Take another look here at the conference scoreboard. See if there's any updates. Eastern New Mexico, it's a final. They defeat UT Permian Basin 5-2. And Lubbock Christian leads 4-0 over St. Edwards in the bottom of the 5th. 8-0 Angelo State. That ball gets past the catcher, and it'll be a base runner for Kingsville. Carr, it was a strikeout, but ball got past Booth. So a heads-up play there from Carr. She gets down to first. So look at that one again.
Shortstop number 33.
His pitch was out of the zone, but Carr went for it, and it was so far out of the zone that it was a tough play for Booth to make behind the dish. So with no outs, leadoff runner on here for Texas A&M-Kingsville. And it brings up Gonzalez. Oh for 1 today, the .378 hitter. The top part of this order for Kingsville, pretty dangerous. Cervantes, .402, Carr, .322 hitter. Gonzalez, she's at the plate right now, a .378 hitter. And then Ortiz and Rodriguez, the next two batters up, they're already 1 for 1 today. But the Javelinas trying to string it together and produce their first run. Boyer gets that pitch in for strike 2. Reaching out and poking that ball out into center field. Salzman will drift over and make the catch for the first out. Some good power, good pop off the bat from Kayla Gonzalez, but unable to reach base. And there's one away with Aaliyah Ortiz coming up for Texas A&M-Kingsville. So look at that play again, just reached out, tried to get it through. But the Lady Buffs, really all three outfielders, talk about speed. It's hard to get one past Rufus in left field, Salzman in center, and Julie Guzman out in right. Runner going. Booth, the throw down to second base. It's going to be a stolen base. Good job there from Brianna Carr. Good aggressive play call from Orlando Salinas. And now Javelinas in business again. Runner in scoring position. Good pitch from Boyer. And Ortiz asks for time and says, I'd like to change bats. So, I don't know if she accidentally got the wrong one or what that was, but she's got the one she wants in her hands now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on second base with 1 out, and Booth will call time and go out and chat with Boyer before this next pitch. If you're just joining us, Lady Buffs scored 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning. And then that's been it so far. It's been great defense from both sides. Lady Buffs, several plays made from the infield and the outfield. And then the Texas A&M-Kingsville pitcher, Beth Montes, has settled in. And the Javelinas have done a good job holding WT in check. Top of the 4th. Opportunity now for Ortiz. Pitch gets away from Booth, and Carr uses that speed and gets down to third. I think it's safe to say that is a fast Carr. Over there on third. Look at this again. Yeah, just gets out of the glove from Booth. And good hustle from Brianna Carr. Even better scoring opportunity now for Aaliyah Ortiz. See if she can bring Carr home. Watches the off-speed in for a strike. Boyer's done a good job with those pitches. A lot of movement, and those have been difficult today for the Javelina hitters. Not sure who called time there, but everybody will reset. Boyer will get ready to throw the 2-2 pitch. Oh, wow. That's going to score a run. Carr reaches home plate thanks to Aaliyah Ortiz. She was waiting for that pitch, jumped all over it, and a single, RBI single, cuts the Lady Buffs lead in half. Fastball, good bat action there, right on the screws from Aaliyah Ortiz, who is 2 for 2 today. And the score is now 2-1. Kingsville just 1 out for the Lady Buffs defensively, so still good opportunities here for the Javelinas to try to either tie this game up or even take the lead. This is number 15, Natalie Rodriguez. She's also 1 for 1 today, a single in the second. And she's going to have herself another single. That one past Murtha over at third base. And the Javelinas finding their offense, finding the bats here in this inning. Watch this last one from Rodriguez. Turns on it. And there's still just 1 out for Madison Onofre. The interim head coach for the Javelinas, Orlando Salinas, will come over. We'll see if they're going to bring on a pinch runner. Onofre batting for the Javelinas, and it will be a pinch runner. It'll be number 1, Shelby Peel, freshman out of Corpus Christi. She'll come on and run over at second base for Ortiz. And the rest is up to number 13, Madison Onofre. The pitch count for Emily Boyer now at 54. Stance up in the box here for Onofre. And a good fastball in for a strike. We've seen Boyer so far in this game when she's gotten in a little bit of trouble in terms of Kingsville getting some base runners on. She's been able to battle back. See if she can do it again right now with runners on first and second. 1 out. Onofre will chop it down foul down that third baseline. And ahead in the count is Boyer at 0-2. What a catch from McConnell. And everybody gets back to the bag safely for Texas A&M-Kingsville, but there's the defense again. This time it's second baseman Gabby McConnell. I know she's quick, but she shows she's got some hops as well. Look at her dive for this one. Good agility, good quickness from Gabby McConnell over at second base. And there are now 2 outs, with second baseman Anissa Lechner to bat for Texas A&M-Kingsville. Fastball inside, strike 1. drifting. Gerke gave chase on that one, but it's foul. Anissa Lechner. Good eye there. Count will even at 1-1. Outside. That ball went out of the zone. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here for West Texas A&M. Kingsville has gotten 1 run back here in this top of the 4th. That came off of Aaliyah Ortiz's single up the middle. It scored Brianna Carr. Off the end of the bat, Gerke almost makes a nice play in foul territory. Good hustle. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. A look there at Gerke over at first base. Again, she's been doing good work today. Big spot for Kingsville's Anissa Lechner with runners on first and second. And she hits this one hard, but Julie Guzman, no. She caught it. The umpire is going to say that it was an out. And Kingsville is beside themselves challenging this. Hang on just a second. We'll wait and make sure that the umpires are good with this call. Guzman reaches out, dives, makes the play. It looked like the ball came loose. We'll look at it on a replay here. And still very upset about this call is the interim head coach Orlando Salinas. We'll take a timeout, come back, and it's the Lady Buffs up to bat in the bottom of the 4th. Score 2-1. Close game here today from Schaefer Park.
20 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1831 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, the pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train longer, put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
Welcome back to Schaefer Park. So I tried to get an explanation up here in the press box with that last play that was out in the outfield by Julie Guzman. The catch is made, and as she dives and then is popping back up in the process of bringing the ball back in basically to throw it in after making the catch on the 3rd out, the ball came out of the glove. And it's a 3rd out. If you're Texas A&M Kingsville, I don't blame you at all if you're upset about that call. But again, umpires talked it over, decided it was in fact the right call. I've watched a lot of football. The NFL games, that one's probably not ruled a catch, but we're playing softball, and so Guzman makes another good play out in right field, and the Lady Buffs get out of that inning. It's 2-1. West Texas A&M leads by a run here in the bottom of the fourth. Leading things off, shortstop Madison Johnson. Hard swing at that pitch and fouls it away. Hit into a double play in her first at-bat back in the first inning. Montez, fastball, low and outside. She's still ahead in the count, though. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Montez, again, good work, both throwing and with her glove as well. Last year, a second-team All-LSC selection. Spinning pitch in the zone, and Johnson fouls it away again. That time the pitch close, but a little low, so it's ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Johnson. Montez this year 8 wins for Kingsville in the circle. It's interesting, this game there's not been many strikeouts. Johnson will tap this one over to shortstop, and nice play defensively for Kingsville. Gonzalez scoops it up, makes the throw over to first in time for out number 1.
First baseman, number 27.
Yeah, in the circle, Montez still does not have a strikeout. She's faced 13 batters, has allowed 6 hits, 2 earned runs. On the other side, similarly, Emily Boyer has just 1 strikeout, but it has been the stellar defense from both these teams that has been a big reason why our score is still right now at 2-1 in this bottom of the fourth. Glad to have you joining us on the LSC Digital Network today. Gerke, good eye there, Megan Gerke. Watches that one all the way down for a ball. Gerke will swing at that pitch, foul it off. Everybody was looking around, where'd it go? It hit the net and came back into play over there with Beth Montez. She's ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. To Megan Gerke, who this season at the plate hitting .216. Good eye from Megan. Nine RBI this year off of 8 hits for Megan Gerke. A couple of those home runs. That was close. Beth Montez thought it was a strike. Home plate umpire said ball 3, so it's a full count. One out, nobody on here for WT in the bottom of the fourth. Pitch hit to shortstop, familiar place there for Kayla Gonzalez, and another good defensive put out from the shortstop. This one hit a little harder than the first out, but again, Gonzalez has been tracking the ball. And a solid throw over for out number 2. So with 2 away, it'll bring up Julie Guzman. Fly out back in the second inning, and it's going to be caught out in right field. Reaching up at the last second to make that catch was Rodriguez for Kingsville. 1, 2, 3. They get the Lady Buffs. No hits, no runs, no errors. And our score stays at 2-1 as we move to the top of the fifth here from Schaefer Park on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Welcome to Medi Drive Pharmacy. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to console you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart Pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly professional service and the highest quality of medicine and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your health care needs.
It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank, you first. Member FDIC.
Low-scoring game here today between the Javelinas and the Lady Buffs in Game 1 of the 3-game weekend series. 2-1 lead for WT as the Javelinas will send Briley Bilger to the plate to start things off in the top of the fifth. Boyer still working in the circle. He's done good work today, allowed 4 hits. 1 earned run, has walked 1 Javelina batter and struck out 1 as well. Well, we've got a stoppage of play right now, and I think one of the coaches has just been ejected here from this game. And that may still be from the last inning. Again, Kingsville really felt like there was a call that was missed on a ball hit out into right field where Julie Guzman made a diving catch. Yeah, ball appeared to pop loose out of the glove after she had completed the catch, is what the umpires called. And now we've moved on to the top of the fifth, but something was said, and the Javelinas, one of the Javelinas coaches is having to leave the field. So we'll get back to play with the score 2-1. This is an intense game. I mean, it's close right now. Javelinas battling with a red-hot Lady Buffs team. You know, number 20 ranked in the country, 26-4, and so far Texas A&M-Kingsville has really showed up ready to play. Just trailing by 1 run. Bilger watches the fastball in from Emily Boyer for a strike. Popped up in foul territory and just out of the reach of Braylon Booth. Good effort by the catcher. You got all that gear on, you're trudging around, and hard to make those plays. But Braylon gave it her best effort. Look at this one again. I mean, you say, oh, it's right there, just make that play, but you don't have all that equipment on. Where's it at? Pull the mask off, and came close. It's a 0-2 count from Emily Boyer to Briley Bilger. That one's low. got a hold of that ball out into right field. Guzman going back and making the catch right in front of the warning track. So Bilger made good contact on that pitch there, but Guzman camped underneath and was able to make the catch for out number 1. And off the bat, sounded really sweet. Thought it may have a chance to get out of the park. You see there, Guzman, another good play defensively for West Texas A&M. It brings up for the Javelinas, number 21, Sammy Sines. Fastball. Heard the pop of the catcher's mitt on that pitch from Emily Boyer for a strike. A fierce competitor. Out of Harrisburg, South Dakota. That one missed outside, ball 2. Another good pitch. That one on outside corner for strike 2. That was pitch number 68 for Emily Boyer. Close, trying to get the outside corner again. Booth, give catcher Braylon Booth credit there for framing that pitch. I think the home plate umpire was thinking about whether that was a strike or a ball, but it was outside the zone. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch here from Emily Boyer to Sammy Sines. Sines hits it out into shallow left and taking a few quick steps up to make that play, Brittany Rufus. 2 away.
Center fielder number 9, Jory Cervantes.
So it's Jory Cervantes, the leading batting average player for Texas A&M-Kingsville, coming into the game, over 400 hitter. Today 0 for 2. But the lefty would have loved to get on base here. Nobody on and 2 outs already for the Javelinas here in the top of the 5th. They're trailing by 1 run. There's a good pitch from Boyer in for a strike. Good placement today from Boyer. Really hasn't missed on but only a few pitches. Worked the inside corner. Worked the outside corner on that pitch to the lefty, Cervantes. That one too far outside, and it's ball 2. Going down and producing there. A good single. Good piece of hitting from Cervantes. It was an off-speed pitch, and she stayed back on it. Wasn't fooled.
Left fielder number 3.
And a Texas leaguer out into left field for a single and a base runner now for the Javelinas. A chance. Just trailing by a run, and Brianna Carr up to bat for the Javelinas. She's 0 for 2 today. Reached base, though, on a pass ball off of a strikeout in the 4th. Eventually scored. Runners going. Throw. Perfect. And an out as Braylon Booth They say, catch me if you can, and Booth says, I can. Throwing out the runner at second. Beautiful play there. Look at this one again. It was Jory Cervantes. She got a pretty good jump, but a cannon behind the plate there from Booth, and the Lady Buffs still lead 2-1. We move to the bottom of the fifth. When we come back, West Texas A&M will have Booth, Rufus, and Gabby McConnell up to bat.
Welcome to Medi Drive Pharmacy. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to console you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart Pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly professional service and the highest quality of medicine and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your health care needs.
It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank, you first. Member FDIC.
Leading off for WT here in the bottom of the fifth, the young lady who just made a great throw from behind the plate to get the runner out at second base. Braylon Booth, she's going to pop up, though, and an easy play for the talented shortstop, Kayla Gonzalez. So there's quickly one away here in this bottom of the fifth inning. Lucas Kinsey with you here from Schaefer Park. Back and forth. I say back and forth. A close game. 2 runs scored by WT in the bottom of the first. Zeros on the board through the second and third innings. The Javelinas put up 1 run in the top of the fourth, with Ortiz bringing home Brianna Carr. And that's where we stand right now, 2-1. Lady Buff lead. Up to the plate, it's lefty Brittany Rufus, 382 hitter. Flight out to shortstop. Lined out to center field in her only plate appearance so far today, back in the second inning. This season, though, Rufus, 22 runs scored off of 26 hits, 14 RBI for Brittany. She has 5 doubles, 2 triples, and 3 home runs. Kind of steps out of the box there as she swings and misses on that pitch from Beth Montes, who has really done a good job for Texas A&M-Kingsville in the circle today. Give up those 2 runs in the bottom of the first, and then she's pitching well. And she gets a strikeout there. Sits down Brittany Rufus. There's 2 outs quickly in this the bottom of the fifth inning for Beth Montes. Her first strikeout of this game. And she'll face Gabby McConnell next year for WT. The freshman second baseman watches that first pitch inside for a strike. Gabby 1 for 2 today. Singled in the first inning, ground out in the second. A little late on the swing and fouls it off back behind the Javelinas dugout. McConnell's been a fun player to watch this year, just in her first season with the Lady Buffs. Nearly gets that one fair down the third base side. Good glove over at second base, and good contact hitter. Once she reaches base, can really do a lot because of her speed. Again, 12 stolen bases on the season. She watched that pitch, outside, strikeout. It was called on the outside corner, strike 3. McConnell couldn't believe it, but Beth Montes goes back-to-back batters, strikeouts collected for the Javelinas pitcher. No runs, 1 hit for WT, no errors defensively, and that ends the 5th inning. We move to the top of the 6th. You're watching Lady Buff softball here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
A onside kick. Landed on my knee pretty hard and ended up fracturing my femur. I ended up having to go back and have surgery. Even the day after I had surgery, I was back in the clinic here. It's nice to have people help me rehab at a caliber of what I'm used to feeling like I can do. One thing that I really liked was having the access to the turf, because that's what I'm used to playing on. Now, I mean, it feels like nothing had ever happened. You have a choice of where you can go. This is one of the best places in Amarillo.
Welcome back to Schaefer Park. Lucas Kinsey with you alongside Thunder Vision production team, the director Kylie Miller for the broadcast today. Working the camera, Duncan Noose. This has been a good game here, low scoring, offense, not much in terms of the fireworks yet, but defensively it's been a gem. 2-1 is your score as we're in the top of the 6th, and leading things off for Texas A&M-Kingsville, left fielder Brianna Carr. Boyer continues to work here in the circle for WT, moves into the 6th inning with a pitch count of now 79 after that throw there. Upstairs, ball 2. Carr today in the 1st inning grounded out to shortstop. 4th inning struck out, but the ball got past the catcher and she moved down to first base, eventually scored the only run for the Javelinas as she was knocked in by her teammate Aaliyah Ortiz. Pitch inside for a strike. Count runs to 2-1. Hard hit, but Madison Johnson watches that one into the glove for the first out. Good play there.
Number 33, Kayla Gonzalez.
Good reaction time there from Madison. Oh, look at Gabby McConnell. Back pedal, time it up. Jump just enough up there to make that snag for the second out. Told you she could jump. When it comes off the bat at first from Gonzalez, looks like it's going to get over her head, but McConnell made the nice defensive play. That's going to be a day for Emily Boyer in the circle. She'll come out and be replaced by Kyra Lair. We'll take a quick timeout while they make the pitching change. 2-1 score, top of the 6th inning, and the Lady Buffs up 2-1 here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
West is the comprehensive fundraising campaign designed to fuel WT 125 from the Panhandle to the world. We will strengthen WT's impact for the Panhandle region and beyond through a historic, comprehensive campaign raising $125 million by 2025. The campaign's 3 priorities: people, programs, and places. Now is the time to make a difference for current and future generations. One West.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
So Kyra Lair will come on in relief of Emily Boyer. Lair, 10 wins this season, does not have a save. But she does have a team-leading 75 strikeouts this year. Kyra, in fact, had an incredible, unforgettable performance earlier in the season when she had the perfect game, record-breaking 18 strikeouts in a win for West Texas A&M. Set the all-time Lady Buff record in that performance. She's facing Aaliyah Ortiz, junior from San Antonio, who has been hard to sit down. 2 singles today for Ortiz. She'll watch the pitch inside for a strike. So good, a good move if you're Michael Mook, because Boyer, she's been awesome today, only allowing the 1 run, but she has struggled against Ortiz. Just to change it up, bring in a different look, bring in a great All-American caliber pitcher in Kyra Lair. See if that can work in favor of WT. Lair's pitch drifts out, evens the count at 2-2. This will be a conversation between Booth and Kyra Lair. 5 hits for Kingsville in the game, 6 hits for the Lady Buffs. I guess, you look at the difference in this very close game. 2-1 score. 3 runners left on base for the Javelinas, 2 for West Texas A&M. Two pitch. And Lair came with some heat. Just making contact at the last second to foul it away was Ortiz. So she stays alive. Tried to get her to chase upstairs, but some good discipline shown there from Aaliyah Ortiz. And it's a full count now, 3-2. Nobody on, 2 outs. Kingsville trailing by a run here in the top of the 6th inning. Stay back on it and hits this pitch over the head of Rufus. What a hit. Trying to get 2 and a stand-up double for Ortiz. Tremendous offensive performance today from the junior out of San Antonio. She's saying, I don't care who you bring in. I'm finding a way to get on base. And that one, a hard hit over Brittany Rufus's head. A 2-out double for Aaliyah Ortiz, and the Javelinas stay alive in the inning. It brings up Natalie Rodriguez for Texas A&M-Kingsville. Rodriguez also 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. So it's been 3 batters for Texas A&M-Kingsville that have done the work in the box. Cervantes 1 for 3, Ortiz 3 for 3. She stands on second base, and Rodriguez 2 for 2. But Kyra Lair able to get a pitch in, off-speed pitch in for a strike, and she's ahead. No balls, 2 strikes. If you're Kingsville, you do not want to leave another runner stranded on base. It would be the 4th runner left if Rodriguez is unable to reach. Fastball. And again, just getting a piece. So Rodriguez will turn, get some instructions from interim head coach Orlando Salinas. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Lair. And it was an off-speed, wicked pitch for a strikeout. After Ortiz crushed the ball out into left field for a 2-out double, Lair comes back with a strikeout, and the Lady Buffs get out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the Lady Buffs turn to bat when we come back after these messages.
Link is now Optimum, with award-winning internet, TV, and mobile, giving you the power to get closer and go farther with speed and reliability. With our new 100% fiber internet we're building, together with Optimum Mobile, voted #1 in customer satisfaction, you'll get the complete connectivity you deserve. And when you combine Optimum's award-winning connectivity with our 24/7 customer service, your future is only a connection away.
Ruby Salzman to lead things off for WT. 6 hits for each team, 2 runs for WT, 1 run for Texas A&M-Kingsville. Bottom of the 6th, here we go. And still pitching for the Javelinas, Beth Montes. Ruby Salzman had a way to start things off with a single out to right field. Ruby reaching base for the 2nd time today. A couple of singles for Salzman. And if you're Michael Mook and the Lady Buffs, you'd love to have a little bit of insurance, a little bit more breathing room, leading by 1 run. Here's a player that can give you some insurance, Emily Boyer. She'll watch the first pitch from Montes, inside fastball, strike 1. This pitch hit hard out into right center field off the wall. Salzman was she was ready to go all the way home, and she's going to head back to third base. But a great hit there for Emily Boyer. Runners on the corners now. And every time she gets up to the plate, you hold your breath. You think, man, is this one going to get out of the park? It's a single. And WT in business. First 2 batters here in the bottom of the 6th. On base. First Ruby Salzman, then Emily Boyer. Boyer will come out, get a pinch runner in here for WT. So it'll bring up Diana Murtha and Beth Montes. Just facing the tough part of the lineup here for West Texas A&M. The pinch runner is Ruby Moore over at first base for the Lady Buffs, freshman out of Maple, Wisconsin. Talented player. Oh, 1 pitch in for a strike. Moore. Now they're trying to get Kingsville to make a mistake here and get Salzman home. They're going to throw to third. Now Salzman in a rundown. And they're going to get Ruby. Oh, she got under the tag. Kingsville thought they had Salzman out at home plate. Ruby, sneaky, under the tag. Let's watch this one. They're going to throw it the last second, and that was close. But Salzman is able to get that insurance run we were just talking about. Ruby Moore over to third base. Those plays are frustrating, no doubt. Turning on that pitch. Watch out over there in the dugout as Diana Murtha fouls the pitch off. No balls, 2 strikes. And if you're Texas A&M-Kingsville, you'd love to see the defense buckle down and get out of this jam, because you only trail still just by 2 runs. And now you trail by 3. Murtha blasts one, a line drive, or a ground ball, hit out into center field. That'll score Ruby Moore. Murtha's on first. And this all is taking place still with no outs on the board.
Shortstop number 17, Madison Johnson.
That one was a worm burner there. Pitch fouled away on the first swing from shortstop Madison Johnson. Murtha's on first base. And Madison Johnson, all of a sudden the bats have gotten hot for WT. That pitch is inside low, ball 1. Johnson today looking for her first hit. Hit into a double play in the first inning, ground out to the shortstop in the 4th. Goes down low, and Golf swings this one up into the air, coming up to make the catch. Good communication out there between second baseman and right fielder Natalie Rodriguez. Rodriguez had the easier play, called off Lechner, and made the catch for the first out.
First baseman number 27.
One away for Kingsville here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Score 4-1. Lady Buffs have scored 2 runs in the inning. Started with Ruby Salzman singling, Emily Boyer singling to right center. Ruby went over to third. And then the Lady Buffs, Ruby Moore takes off for second base. They get Kingsville in that pickle. And it ends up a close play at home plate with Ruby Salzman sliding under a tag, scoring a run. And that was followed up by Diana Murtha's single up the middle to score Ruby Moore. Good pitch there to Gerke for strike 2. 0-2 count quickly to the first baseman, Megan Gerke. Beth Montes for the Javelinas has thrown 71 pitches now, allowing 9 hits and 4 earned runs. Ball hit hard, and a double play. They got The second baseman makes the catch for Texas A&M-Kingsville. Anissa Lechner throws it over to first, catches Diana Murtha off the bag, and so the Javelinas get out of that inning. They still trail by 3 runs now, though, after surrendering 2 runs off of 3 hits. No errors defensively. We'll come back, see if the Javelinas can get 3 runs or if the Lady Buffs can hold on here from Schaefer Park.
Since 1933, the Panhandle Plains Historical Museum has housed the vast history of Panhandle Plains, given back to the community, and provided educational resources to those who live here. Located on the campus of West Texas A&M University, PPHM is free to all students, faculty, and staff at WT. We offer volunteer opportunities, internships, and hands-on research experience. From prehistoric times to pioneer travels, there's something for everyone at the largest history museum in Texas. Stop by and see us sometime. Oh, and don't forget, go Buffs!
West Texas A&M only led by 1 run going into the bottom of the 6th inning, but WT gets 2 big runs and bumps the lead up to 4-1. Last chance here for Texas A&M-Kingsville. And for the Javelinas, Madison Onifre will step up facing Kyra Lair, who came on in relief with 2 outs in that last at-bat. Ball hit high in the air. Easy play. Can of corn out in right field for Guzman. And there is 1 away.
Second baseman, number 7, Anissa Lechner.
So Anissa Lechner up next for Texas A&M-Kingsville. And if you're the Javelinas, need that first base runner to try to get a rally going. And Lair's going to throw it. Spinning fastball in for strike. That one got away from Lair, so it's even at 1-1. Kyra Lair this year, 10 wins, 1 loss in the circle for the Lady Buffs. 76 strikeouts. She's been awesome here in her senior season. Throws that one past the batter for strike 2. She did it again, got another strikeout. So Kyra Lair, first 2 batters have been retired. And one out away, West Texas A&M is from a 6th straight win. Trying to improve to 27-4. Standing in the way right now is freshman catcher Briley Bilger. Another great location there on that inside pitch. Lair does a good job of that, moving pitches, working both her fastball and her off-speed pitches. Nobody on, 2 outs, 4-1 lead for WT. Bilger fouls it back out of play. And again, another thing that Lair is so good at is getting ahead quickly in these counts against the batters. puts the pressure on the hitter. This one could seal the deal. Fouled away. Good job staying alive by Briley Bilger. Oh, that one with some movement on it, and it's in for a strike. And the Lady Buffs close the deal. Kyra Lair, a couple of strikeouts there in the top of the 7th inning. Freezes the batter, and that will be the final score. 4-1, Lady Buffs win Game 1, defeating Texas A&M-Kingsville. A quick look at the stats before we take a break between games. For West Texas A&M, in the win, offensively, good performances from several different players. Emily Boyer goes 3 for 3 today with an RBI. Ruby Salzman 2 for 3, scoring a run. Gabby McConnell 1 for 3 on the performance today. Give Salzman 2 runs scored also. McConnell scored a run. Diana Murtha gets a hit, 1 for 3, 2 RBI for Diana. Gabby Valforte 1 for 1 today at the plate. And Braylon Booth, 1 for 2 for West Texas A&M. Pitching, Emily Boyer collects the win for the Lady Buffs, works 5.2 innings, allowed 5 hits, 1 earned run, walked only 1 batter, struck out 1, and an ERA of 2.82 now on the season for Emily. Kyra Lair came in on relief, and it was outstanding. 3 strikeouts, did not allow a earned run in facing 5 batters of work there for Kyra Lair. Lady Buffs again get the win and improve to 27-4, 18-4 in conference play. Kingsville will fall to 14-16 overall, 11-11 in LSC play. We'll step aside, take a timeout. Back in, I believe, about 25 to 30 minutes for game number 2 here from Schaefer Park. West Texas A&M victorious in game 1, 4-1.